So welcome back. Oh, I sound so much louder now. So welcome back to our next panel, and my next panel guests are Ben and Stephanie. Did I get that right? I did. I'm so amazing. From Central Utah Paranormal. Thank you guys so much for being here. How have you guys been enjoying the weekend so far?
Yeah, it's been great.
I'll give you that so you can actually talk.
It's been great. We've been having a great time. I think Stephanie had a good time last night.
Have you guys had any weird things happen so far, or any kind of weird occurrences that you've encountered? I know you said your room has been a little active in that hallway.
Yeah,
a little bit.
just the swimmy feeling, the
off kilter feeling.
Yeah. In our room, I don't know if it was a mouse, but there's no evidence that there's a mouse on the table. But it under the covers the other night, could hear things. It sounded like they were being moved around on our table, and there was a plastic bag up there, and kind of like
a skittering sound kind of in it.
Just looking through the bag.
Interesting.
So as soon as I looked, it stopped.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's how it always goes.
Right? Isn't that how it usually goes? So how long have you guys been? I know Central Utah Paranormal, it's pretty recent. You guys founded in 2019.
Yes.
But how long have you guys been doing investigations?
Okay, so I started in 2016, and it started more as a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had some experiences. I had some experiences, and I wanted to find answers to them.
Yeah.
Those things that happen that you don't understand, and you want to find an explanation for. So I started more as a hobbyist, and then me and our other partner named Randy,
Mm-hmm.
we founded it in 2019 officially.
Very cool.
And for me, I've been investigating with them for just a year.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, just using apps and different things around a location or two for maybe 8 years.
Okay.
As long as I've been there. And but before that, it was just going and kind of living in the moment, soaking it in, and having the experiences. I've had friends that live in old family homes, so things happen there. My own home a few years ago had activity, which was really kind of cool. I would love to go and investigate there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and a place of employment that I used to work, we're actually asked to come and
investigate there?
And investigate that, and that'll be interesting because I think I pissed the ghost off. And it was 92, 93, and I watched a lady get poked, and she blamed another guy that was way behind her, and so I called this thing Pocahontas because that's what she did, and so we just shortened it to Pokey, and I called her Pokey, and the next day the executive secretary said, "I think she's mad at you because your whole desk was just on the floor, like somebody took an arm and just cleared it off."
Swept it off.
So I can't wait to go back and say, "Pokey, yeah."
And
see what happens.
Yep, see if they're still there and if they remember you.
Yeah.
It sounds like they may. They're like, "Oh, she's back again.
Yeah.
I don't have a desk to clear off this time. I'm going to turn off all your equipment."
That's probably what happened.
So you guys do historical locations, you guys investigate it at historical locations, but you also do private residences. Do you find that to be what you do the most? Is that what you prefer doing?
Okay. I would definitely say yes. Our focus is more in helping people in their homes, especially people that are having issues. Like when things start moving around your house.
Yeah. When they're not supposed to.
One of our, a few ago, we had a gal, she's on her investigations on our YouTube. Her name was Carly. That's the Fox investigation. Mm-hmm. But it came about one night. They had a lot of things happen, but her daughter, who's about 2 years old, called out one night, like, Mom. So, good mom runs in there. Hey, honey, what's wrong? And she's standing in her crib and she's pointing in the corner and she says, "Mom, girl's scary."
Oh.
And got a phone call that next morning. We were there that night, but we were able to help get rid of that situation for her. And I feel like that's the thing I like the most. Being able to help someone is the best feeling that you can get doing this. Like that's why we're a free service and we help people with that in their homes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
Like,
have to say that.
like, I agree with all of those
Yeah, I
things.
do.
I agree with all of that.
I do.
So what are your guys' favorite locations? So outside of people's homes, do you have favorite locations that you've been to? Or conversely, is there a location that you are dying to go to that you're like, that's the top of my paranormal bucket list?
So my favorite one is one we call the undisclosed location.
Okay, I love those.
And
Because it is undisclosed.
because it is undisclosed. That one, and it just seems, I don't know, it's pretty active, mostly when we're together, for me, or just certain times of the moon phase.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of awesome. A place I would really, really love to go is a place not far from my home. It's an area where there have been a lot of murders,
Okay.
a lot of bodies found. And from what he has said, and I didn't know this, I'm not a local, I'm a move-in like 30 years,
Okay.
but locals know not to go there at night. Like,
Sounds like a
bull,
challenge.
I want to go there. That's where I
sounds
want
like
to go.
challenge to me.
Yeah,
Challenge
exactly.
accepted.
Yeah. So it's known for a lot of paranormal activity. Just for Brigham Young wouldn't let the settlers stay there.
Oh, okay.
So move on. Don't
hang out
there.
Don't hang out.
Yeah, don't hang out. So to me it's a really intriguing place. So that's where I want to go.
Dream. That sounds pretty
That
intriguing.
place is terrifying.
This is terrifying. That is terrifying.
I want to go.
I guess I want to go there.
But for me, it would probably be the same. Like our undisclosed location is my favorite. But I would like to share my personal story about the other place. The other place is called Dog Valley. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just checking.
But
Go for Dog Valley. Yeah.
it's called the Valley of the Dog because it's where they've had a lot of skinwalker sightings and things like that. There's lots of stories. It's next to native land. But I worked for the Forest Service for about 5 years, from when I was 18 to about 23. And we would get there and my boss was like, okay, it was always very specific. Anywhere else we would go, it's like, go do your job and come back. And there it was like, you will go here. You will come back here at this time or I will kill you myself. So anyways, we got there and he's like, okay, I want you to go over to this place you're supposed to go to. You're going to pass a little cabin. You're going to go up a hill and I sprayed like noxious weeds. So come back down, driving up, see the cabin. I thought it was cool. I like weird stuff. So I got out and walked around and looked inside the cabin. So I checked it out, investigated it, if you will. Then I rode my four-wheeler up the hillside, and as I'm coming back down, as I'm looking at the side of this cabin, it's covered in blood. And you can see it. It still gives me goosebumps talking about it. And the whole time I'm driving down this hill, I can see it. And so I'm staring at it the whole time I'm coming down the hill, and I get down there and I haul back to my boss. And I guess I was gone too long. I was gone like an hour longer than I was supposed to be. So he's freaking out, like, where have you been? So I tell him, I'm like, this happened. And he's like, bull crap. So I made him all go up there with me. And of course now, what is there? No blood.
Nothing.
Nothing there.
I'm like, I quit. I am putting my 2 weeks in immediately, starting right now. And by 2 weeks, I mean goodbye. I'm leaving actually now. So we don't have a whole lot of time left, but I would like to open the floor to any Q&A if anyone has any questions for Ben or Stephanie at this time. Sean has one.
Are you guys the only two in the team? Are you guys a team, or is there anyone else involved in the group?
There's actually 4 of us. So myself and Randy founded it in 2019. And then Stephanie joined us about a year ago, and Kayla joined us maybe 3 months ago.
Whereabouts in Utah are you?
Right in the middle, Central Utah. That's why we call it that. It's also an acronym for cryptids, UFOs, and poltergeists.
I love it. Love that.
There's also another Central Utah Paranormal Society,
Okay.
which is just kind of upsetting.
Yeah. I'd be mad. I'd be like, you need to change your name.
Found that out
So-
after I bought the shirt.
So we're just like Central.Utah.Paranormal.
Right. Yeah. I'd be like, your other group needs to change their name immediately. Immediately. How dare. All right. Well, guys, plug your social media at this time. So let people know where they can find you.
Okay. So our Instagram is at central.utah.paranormal, the same as our Facebook. And like Stephanie was saying, you just have to, if you look for this symbol, it's the one with the little ghost.
Little ghost on it, right there.
We have that on all of our social media. And it's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can't miss us.
You can't. You really can't. You should go follow them. Go subscribe and do that like immediately, like right now. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this panel, and then we're gonna get our next one started. I am not on camera right now. Here we go. There we are. Hi. Hello. So we're gonna get our next one started just right now with the Mountain Man medium. You might know him as a member of the New Reality as well, Sean.